Hey everybody, I'm making this video because, as you guys know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I'm doing quite a few plumbing projects around the new house we bought. Well, it's an old house, but new to us. And I needed some pipe cutters. Now, I have some in my trailer, but I needed some in a pinch. So I first went to Home Depot and bought these Huskies. Came back, and this is how they cut. As you can see, that is not straight at all. If I push that in to a shark bite or another PVC coupling, we may have a leak. We need it straight so as to prevent leaks. And it's not even like a consistent angled cut. It's just kind of like a wobbly mess. So I go to a local hardware store, actually my local Ace Hardware, and I pick up these Ridgids. Now those Huskies, I think they were like $13 or $14. That is really the price range I was trying to stay in. And so I paid an extra, I paid $40 for these. They were $39.99, and I got them because I'm just like, look, I need this thing to work. I'm not trying to be driving all over town, especially because I don't live near all these places anymore. I'm just going to get this because I'm sure it'll work. It has nice handles for leverage, seems thought out. I'm going to get that. Well, I get back and I make an additional cut, and this is how that turned out. It's not as bad, nowhere near as bad as the Huskies, but it's still not perfectly square here. It's a little wobbly, and it's, you know, it's still not straight. And this will probably work, especially once you deburr it, you know, but why take those chances, especially for $40? And it's not like I just did those two cuts and that was it. I mean, I have tons of cuts here of wobbly, misshaped cuts, as you can see. I mean, they're ridiculous. Let's see if I can come down here. You can just see how misshapen all these are. None of these are perfectly square. This is as good as I could get those Ridgids, and they were, I mean, that's not bad. Actually, that was a pretty good cut. This is a pretty good cut as well. I gotta almost kind of think about whether that was the Milwaukees that did that. That's a pretty okay cut too. I know my nails are long. Again, we're moving. I don't have all my stuff. Now this is also, this was from the Ridgid as well. Now, I just drove. This one was really terrible, but it was a small piece I tried to cut off. So then I just went and got a $65.99 pair of Milwaukees, and boy oh boy, do they cut straight. They better. Wait, that wasn't a cut from the Milwaukee, I was talking. Now these cut straight every time. I don't have to worry about it. And that's it. And that's still not actually perfect. That's actually still not perfect. But once you deburr it, it'll be good. These are all cuts made with the Milwaukee. That one was a little wobbly because it was hard to get to, but it still did a great job. That Ridgid would not have done that. And just to demonstrate how I was doing it, here's a quick demonstration. So here we go, just for those who say, you're doing it wrong. I like to use two hands right now, but I'm going to use the bench for leverage. First of all, it's not as easy as the Milwaukees. Here we go. Okay, so you can already guess that probably didn't work out well with that explosion. Either did that just now, or it did that. If it did that, that wouldn't be too bad. And I can't even tell where the other piece went because it flew off. Was this it? Okay, that was it. I think, because it was laying on the side. And yeah, well, that wasn't too bad. That Ridgid wasn't too bad right there. Let's try another one. Okay, let's look at that cut. Actually wasn't too bad. It's still a little wobbly, but once you deburr it, it should be fine, or did it do this? Either way, both cuts are good. I don't like how it explodes all over the place. The edges are a little rough, but again, if you deburr it, you won't have any problems. Now let's do a piece with the Milwaukee. I'm going to do a thicker piece too. Alright, I'm not comparing apples to apples here because this outer diameter is way thicker, so this should be harder to cut. Now let's go. Immediately, I could do this with one hand. Like the Ridgid was a lot more difficult. There wasn't that explosion. The cut is, I would say, it's marginally better than the Ridgid, but it's butter smooth. This thing like deburrs it too as you cut. Super smooth. I'd say for serious plumbers, that's the way you want to go. If you don't mind deburring it and smoothing it out and all that after the fact, then you can go with that Ridgid. But those are $40. You might as well, at that point, I mean, what's, you know, pay the $25. I really wish the Huskies worked, but they didn't. Anyway, I wanted to make this quick video before I head out. Have more plumbing work to do. Taking these bad boys back.